This video is recorded to help my students to understand Euclid'a algorithm. I use this example. Find the GCD of 126 and 35 and write it in form of 126 multiplied s plus 35 multiplied t. So the idea we use is GCD of xy will always equal GCD of x mod y and y. Okay? Now, in this case, what I'm going to do is 126, right? GCD of 126 and 35 will always equal GCD of 35 and 126 mod 35. So I calculate 126 mod 35 first. That is 126 will equal 35 times 3 plus 21. So 126 mod 35 will be 21. Then, based on that, we say this GCD will be the GCD of 35 and 21. Since GCD of xy equals GCD of yx, so this one we can continue will equal GCD y of x mod y. That's no problem because I can switch. So equivalent to here will be GCD of 35 and 21. So in order to do that, I calculated the 35 mod 21 first. That will be 35 equal 21 multiply 1 plus 14. So 35 mod 21, the result will be 14. Then the GCD can equivalent to 21, GCD of 21 and 14. So to calculate GCD of 21 and 14, I calculate 21 mod 14 first. That is 14 times 1 plus 7. So the 21 mod 14 is 7. So the GCD of 21 and 14 will equal the GCD of 14 and 7. So 14 and 7, you can use 14 mod 7, which is 7 times 2 plus 0. So 14 mod 7 is 0. Now, when this show up 0, that says the GCD will be 7. Now, notice that this process equivalency GCD of 126 and 35 will equal GCD of 35 and 21. Then GCD of 35 and 21 will equal GCD of 21 and 14. Then GCD of 21 and 14 will equal GCD of 14 and 7. Then GCD of 14 and 7, of course, is 7 because 14 is a multiple of 7, right? So that's why we found that the GCD of 126 and 35 will equal 7. Now, how do you write it back in this form, 126 multiplied s plus 35 multiplied t? Your book also have an algorithm to follow, but I really don't like to memorize that algorithm. So you can always backtrack. So what I mean, I start from 7 equal. Now notice from this one, you know 7 equal 21 minus 14 plus 1, right? So we'll equal 21 minus 14, multiply 1, I mean. So then you want to replace 14 from this equation. 14 will replace by 35 minus 21 multiply 1. So you have 21 minus the 14 can be replaced as 35, okay, minus 21 multiply 1. Okay, then you still multiply 1 outside. Don't forget you multiply 1 outside, even if it really doesn't matter for multiply 1. Okay, then you open this parenthesis. Do not do the calculation. You still keep terms in 35 and 21. So you will have negative 35 times 1, okay, because you have times 1. Then you have plus 21 times 1 times 1 is 21 times 1 plus 21 is 21 times 2. So you have 21 times 2. Okay? Now, let's continue. So your 21 in this equation can be replaced by 126 minus 35 times 3. So in this case, you will have negative 35 times 1, then plus 126 minus 35 times 3, then that is 21. Then you still did times 2. So times 2 here. Now I continue. If I open this with without a change 25 and 126, so this will be 126 times 2 minus, notice you have 1 negative 35, then you have another 6 negative 35. So totally is 7 35 negative 35 equivalent to plus 35 times negative 7. Okay, notice here is 35 times negative 1, here is 35 times negative 6, so total is 35 times negative 7. So equivalency is 252 minus 245 is 7. But we write it as 126 times 2 plus 35 times negative 7. So equivalent is your S is 2 and T is negative 7. If you have any questions, please give me an email.